Legend of Yufei Chapter 43.
So, things kick off with this absolute explosion of, well, bravado. It focuses on this character, Han Gongzi.
Okay.
He's the son of the famous General Han Shisong. And calling him audacious, that really doesn't even begin to cover it.
No kidding.
Our source says he charges single-handedly into the Jin camp. Just think about that for a second. One guy against a whole enemy camp.
Almost unthinkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just pure defiance. And he doesn't sneak in either. He announces himself with this huge roar, basically challenging everyone. 2 wolves pass. Marshal Han's second son is here to stop the camp.
Wow.
The sheer theatricality of that, it's amazing. In the middle of the enemy camp, it's not just about fighting. It's psychological warfare, planting that fear. And it's not just any general's son.
Right.
It's Han Shisong's son. That name alone would carry a lot of weight, a lot of dread for the Jin forces.
Absolutely. It's like he's saying, hey, I'm not just some random warrior. I represent this powerful lineage. And then, crucially, he backs it up.
Oh, yeah.
He's got this silver-shafted tiger head spear,
Huh?
and the text describes him as being like flying thunder and streaking lightning, just unstoppable.
Which speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About the cultural emphasis on individual skill, maybe, but also understanding the impact of that skill.
Mm-hmm.
Han Gongzi isn't just showing off. He makes a really decisive move. He goes for Nianhan. And Nianhan wasn't just any Jin commander. No, he was one of Wuzhu's most trusted guys. A really formidable general.
Yeah.
A pillar of their army, killing him. That's a catastrophic blow to their leadership, their morale.
Yeah.
Much bigger than just losing one soldier. It's like a targeted hit in the middle of this chaotic solo raid.
So it's not just showing off his skills, it's actually crippling the enemy's command. Then he fights his way back out, leaving the Jin forces totally chaotic, and their leader, Wuzhu, the text says he was shocked and pain. You feel that emotional impact, right? Wuzhu's not just thinking strategy now, he's dealing with loss. His troops are demoralized.
Exactly. This one act sends huge ripples through the whole Jin military. And after this incredible thing, Han Gongzi, ever the good soldier, he travels to Yufei's camp at High Ridge.
Okay.
And the source tells us he reports his success, presents his father's official message, and then, quite dramatically, Nianhan's severed head is proof.
Wow. So it's still very formal, very by the book, even with something that grim.
It really is. It shows the deep-seated military hierarchy and tradition, even for someone as impulsive as Han Gongzi seems. He gets the chain of command.
So what does reporting immediately to Yufei, who's like iconic Song general, tell us about the power dynamics then, the alliances within the Song army?
Well, it instantly boosts Han Gongzi's status, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not just because of what he did, but because Yufei backs him. And Yufei sees how huge this is. Strategically, he doesn't wait. He takes Han Gongzi straight to the Emperor Gozong at the Jade Void Palace. This isn't just delivering news. It's about showing off a hero, a victory that can lift the whole dynasty.
Right. Boosting morale.
Exactly. And the emperor is clearly impressed. He consults with his minister, Li Gang, about how to properly reward this. Which is interesting, too. It shows the whole administrative process behind recognizing military wins, even at the very top. It needs to be official.
And the rewards. They come fast and they're big. The emperor's decree is a real game changer for the Han family. Han Shizong, the father, remember he'd lost 2 wolves pass earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He gets reinstated to his original post because of another success against someone called Cao Cheng. So his honor and position are restored. But it's not just him. Both sons, Han Shangde and Han Yanzi, that's Han Gongzi and his brother, they get named Pinglu generals.
Which means generals who pacify the barbarians. Pretty serious title.
Yeah. And they're tasked with leading their forces to recapture Jinling.
And Jinling wasn't just some town. It was Nanjing, a hugely strategic place. Taking it back would be a massive turning point.
So this isn't just a pat on the back.
Not all. It's a strategic command, showing the emperor recognizes their family's service, trusts their skill with a really critical mission. It shows how battlefield success directly connects to political power back then.
Okay, now this next part, this is where, for me, the story just goes into the stratosphere, becomes legendary. So after they see the emperor, Han Gongzi is getting ready to leave Yufei's camp.
Right.
And Yufei gives his son, Yu Yun, what seems like a simple order. You are to send Han Gongzi out of the enemy camp.
A simple instruction, like you said, but it kicks off something extraordinary. It's not just see you later. In that context, sending someone off from a camp near the enemy that carries real weight, honor, responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yu Yun is basically tasked with ensuring Han Gongzi gets through safely. It's a serious duty, and maybe a test of his own character, too, showing respect between allies.
And boy, does he take it seriously. As they get near the Jin camp, Han Gongzi, maybe being polite, maybe testing him, says, okay, you can turn back now. But Yu Yun, nope. He refuses, says something like, my father ordered me to send you out of the enemy camp. How dare I disobey? And then he insists on clearing the path himself.
With his double hammers.
Yeah, wielding his double hammer, shouting, make way, this young master is seeing off a guest. Can you imagine? What does that say about the values here? That level of obedience, but also courage.
It's a huge demonstration of filial piety, honoring his father, mixed with this intense sense of duty and military honor. He's not just following orders, he's living up to these ideals.
And the Jin soldiers?
Apparently, they remember Yu Yun as the young general who killed Jin Danzi. They're terrified, basically scattering, just hearing him coming.
So his reputation precedes him.
Absolutely. It's like this duel of courtesy, but played out with lethal weapons in enemy territory. Amazing.
But wait, it gets even crazier. Because once Han Gongzi is safely escorted out, he has this thought. The text says he thinks, wow, he's really formidable, totally lives up to his reputation. Why shouldn't I send him back now and show what I can do?
Oh, no way.
Yes way. So he insists on escorting Yu Yun back into the camp.
You're kidding.
Nope. And this creates this unbelievable, almost comical back and forth. Each of them keeps charging back into the Jin camp to send the other one out, slaughtering enemy soldiers left and right in the process.
So the Jin soldiers are just stuck in the middle of this overly polite death match.
Pretty much. You can just picture them ducking and groaning. Oh, great, them again, just sending each other off while we die.
It's so theatrical, but it's also this profound exchange of respect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mutual admiration through shared danger. It goes beyond just proving themselves. It's about honoring the other guy's skill.
Exactly.
Our source even says the Jin soldiers were completely demoralized by being sent out and sent in like this. It becomes this legendary psychological blow, as much as a physical one.
Right. It's like this one-upmanship, but based on honor and shared bravery, not aggression towards each other. And this whole incredible display, it leads to something powerful.
A bond, right?
Yeah. After all this, Yu Yun suggests, look, why do we keep doing this? Sending each other back and forth. We seem so alike, you know? I want to become sworn brothers with you.
And Han Gongzi feels the same way.
He humbly accepts. It's this immediate, deep connection forged right there under the most intense, dangerous conditions you can imagine.
It's described as a golden orchid pact in the source.
Cool.
Two hearts united. And they don't mess around. The text describes the ceremony.
Right there.
Right there. They get off their horses in a forest, gather some earth to use as incense, bow 8 times to heaven. Han Gongzi is older, so he's the elder brother, Yu Yun the younger.
Wow.
It's a really powerful moment. It shows that even in the absolute chaos of war, things like honor and personal connection can create something, well, extraordinary. It speaks to that human need for connection, especially when you face danger together.
And you see that all the time, don't you? Intense pressure, shared experience, forging the strongest bonds. It's timeless. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth did they get away with this? Why didn't the Jin soldiers just swarm them?
Good question. And the source gives us the context. The Jin camp was already a mess. They were still reeling because Han Gongzi had just killed Nian Han, their important commander, and their leader, Wuzhu, was busy mourning him. This chaos, this lack of decisive leadership, plus the sheer terror these two inspired.
It created an opening.
Exactly. It created the perfect storm for them to basically run wild, turning the battlefield into a stage for their unique brand of brotherhood. It's a key detail that makes the seemingly impossible possible.
So Han Gongzi eventually gets back to his father, Han Shizhong, in Hanyang. He brings the amazing news about the emperor reinstating him, the new mission to retake Jinling. And of course, he tells this incredible story about the guest sending and becoming sworn brothers with Yu Yun.
I wonder what Han Shizhong thought of that part. A seasoned general hearing about his son's, well, antics.
Probably a mix of pride in his son's bravery and maybe shaking his head a little at the sheer audacity. But this is where the story takes another interesting twist, showing a different side of things.
Okay.
Han Shizhong and his wife, Liang Firen, they decide to go seek advice from this respected monk, Daiyu, on Jinshan. He's known for being able to see the future.
Which raises that question again, right?
Uh-huh.
Why do these brilliant military minds, masters of strategy, turn to monks and prophecy?
Yeah, what's that about?
Well, I think it speaks to that universal human thing, needing reassurance maybe, or some kind of insight when the future is so uncertain, especially when the stakes are incredibly high. It's like acknowledging that some things are just beyond your control, beyond military planning alone.
That makes sense. It's that mix of being practical but also believing in something bigger. So Monk Dayu gives them this brocade pouch. Inside, there's a cryptic verse.
The mysterious prophecy.
Exactly. It goes, with Tano with Talo, a Sen or Lono, which translates roughly to something like, waves rise in the old dragon pond. The crane teaches a first-rank official to stand in court. Why fear the Jin cannot be caught? Ride ahead and ask for the distant road.
Okay, so very symbolic. Not exactly straightforward military advice.
Not at all. Full of metaphors, old dragon pond, crane, distant road. It suggests, what? Turbulent times. Someone important rising up, needing to push forward and maybe seek answers somewhere unexpected. For a practical general like Han Chisong, it's pretty dense.
So how does he react?
He laughs it off. He dismisses the monk as having no learning because he thinks some characters in the verse are, like, misspelled or badly written. His wife, Liang Fren, isn't happy either.
Wow, that's incredibly human, isn't it?
Totally. To just dismiss something because you don't immediately get it or because it doesn't look right on the surface. They couldn't see the potential meaning, so they just toss it aside.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often do we do that? Overlook potentially crucial advice or wisdom just because it doesn't fit our neat little boxes or our immediate logic.
All the time, probably.
Exactly. It's like classic confirmation bias. They wanted clear answers, they got a riddle, and they judged it as flawed because it wasn't what they expected. It's a huge lesson in humility, really, and being open-minded. Even for brilliant people, they just couldn't see past the supposedly miswritten characters.
So while they're dismissing potentially vital wisdom, let's jump over to the other side, the Jin side. On Yutu Mountain, their commander, Wuzhu, is holding a big war council, planning the upcoming battle against Yufei.
Okay, the strategic counterpoint.
Right, and the scout reports are coming in, and they sound pretty grim for the Jin. The Song forces are massive. Marshal Zhang Jun, 60,000 troops. Marshal Liu Yi, 50,000. Wu Ji and Wu Lin, another 30,000. Plus tons of other generals, the total, over 300,000 soldiers.
Whoa. That is a truly massive army arrayed against them. Hundreds of thousands. You can see why Wuzhu would be concerned, even beyond grieving Nian Han.
For sure. So Wuzhu, being a smart commander, he's thinking ahead. He tells his 4 marshals to go scout out an escape route, specifically an unobstructed one, just in case things go badly.
Standard procedure. Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Always have a fallback.
Exactly. It's just prudent planning. So the marshals go out, they come back, and they report. Only the road heading true north is clear.
Okay.
So Wuzhu, trusting their report, issues the orders. If we can't win, everybody retreats north along that road. Seems logical, right? Based on the intel they got.
On the surface, absolutely.
Open.
Seems like a solid plan based on good reconnaissance.
Yep.
But there's always a but in these stories, isn't there?
There is. And here's the crucial detail. The one that, gets lost in the fog of war sometimes, but our source spells it out clearly. The scouts. They only went 40 li down that road.
Only 40?
Yeah, 40 li. Then they turned back. They didn't go 50 li or further. It wasn't like a strategic misread of the enemy or losing their nerve. It was just they stopped short.
10 li short. That doesn't sound like much, does it, in the grand scheme of things?
It really doesn't. 10 li, maybe 3 or 4 miles. It seems tiny in the context of this huge campaign. How could that small oversight be so, catastrophic? What's the implication here?
This is the fatal flaw. And it's such a powerful lesson. That tiny oversight, that 10 li difference, our source explicitly says it's the reason that the phrase is "hyodun yudu,"
which means
it doomed the lives of 600,000 or 700,000 men and horses.
600,000 or 700,000 because they stopped 10 li too soon.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Such a simple mistake leading to this absolutely monumental disaster for the Jin army. It tells you that intelligence isn't just about what you do see, it's also about what you don't see, what you fail to check.
Right.
The scouts thought they'd done enough. But because they didn't go that little bit further, didn't double-check beyond that initial 40 li, they created this huge blind spot. And Wuzhu, trusting them completely, built his entire escape plan on that faulty information. It just shows how one tiny piece of missing or neglected information can completely unravel a massive strategic plan and lead to catastrophe on an unimaginable scale.
Yeah.
We're on the eve of this truly monumental battle, one that could literally determine the fate of the Southern Song dynasty.
And on one side, you've got Wuzhu, the Jin commander. He's utterly desperate at this point. He's gathered his princes and generals, and he's basically pleading for one final decisive showdown.
His singular goal: capture Emperor Kang or Gaozong and conquer the Central Plains, like once and for all.
For the Jin, this is it. It's the ultimate do-or-die moment, the culmination of their whole campaign to just completely subjugate the Song.
But what's fascinating and such a stark contrast is Yu Fei's response.
Right. While Wuzhu is trying to rally his forces for this hoped-for final victory, Yu Fei is, well, he's calm, collected, and utterly decisive.
He's not just reacting, is he? He's orchestrating this meticulously planned counteroffensive.
Exactly. Mobilizing his most trusted generals. Yuanqing, Yu Huolang, Zhang Xian, his own son Yule, and Dongxian Tang Wai.
And Nu Gao, too, the reliable Nu Gao.
Can't forget Nu Gao. And this isn't about emotional fervor for Yu Fei. It's disciplined strategic deployment.
And what a clash it was. The battle itself in Yutushan. The sources describe it with incredible visceral intensity.
Oh, yeah. The narrative paints this picture of Heeson, sky-shaking cannons, earth-trembling gongs.
Creating this atmosphere that felt like Houston, an ocean-raising spring thunder.
Or lightning striking a towering peak. I mean, can you even begin to imagine the sheer sound and fury, the sensory overload?
It's not just description. It's designed to overwhelm you, put you right there.
Precisely. This vivid, almost cinematic language isn't just for drama. It conveys the immense psychological impact. It's meant to make you feel the terror and chaos.
And the combat itself, just as visceral.
Men described as Hoisyun, like tigers leaving mountains.
And horses, like dragons emerging from water.
It's this terrifying ballet of destruction where sashin, swords, spears, lances just everywhere, clashing without end.
And the descriptions of the brutality are chilling. Heads separated from bodies.
And bellies ripped open. It highlights the sheer, unbridled savagery of hand-to-hand combat back then.
It sounds absolutely horrific, a scene of just utter devastation.
And the aftermath is equally grim. People trampling each other, horses crashing, bodies just lying everywhere.
And the human suffering. It's palpable, almost heartbreakingly so.
Wounded soldiers crying out for their brothers, the injured desperately searching for their fathers.
It's a reminder that beneath the grand strategy and the legendary figures, war is profoundly tragic, deeply personal.
Yeah. The whole atmosphere captured with the sky dark, ghosts wailing, this thick black mist covering everything.
Wow.
This deep dive into the battle's raw detail really underscores not just the scale, but the sheer devastation and terror felt by everyone involved. It's a powerful narrative choice.
Definitely. But amidst all this chaos, Yu Fei's personal impact is undeniable, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely pivotal. What truly stands out is his liking spear, the clear spring spear.
Right.
It's described as moving like a dragon stirring the sea, a colossal python turning over. His presence wasn't just a commander. He was like a force of nature, a legend in motion.
Absolutely. And the Jin soldiers, they weren't just fighting a general. They saw him as soul-chasing envoys, even lords of death themselves.
The terror he inspired was so profound, they were literally screaming, "Wicha, run! Grand Marshal Yu is coming."
That's the kind of reputation that just breaks enemy morale before the spear even strikes.
Yeah.
It speaks volumes about the psychological warfare inherent in his status.
It really does, and that personal impact is a crucial aha moment. A single leader's renown can become a weapon as powerful as any army.
Yeah, the culmination of years of victories, that unyielding commitment.
And after this massive battle, Yu Fei's priorities are crystal clear. First thing, Emperor Gaozong's safety. Absolute priority.
Right.
So he wisely entrusts the emperor and his ministers to Marshals Zhang Jun and Liu Qi, gets them back to the capital fast.
Yes, a critical strategic decision. It removed the immediate threat to Song political stability, right? And it frees Yu Fei up.
Exactly. Military victory means little if the government collapses. So, with the emperor secure, Yu Fei turns his attention to his next objective,
Right.
the relentless, single-minded pursuit of Wuzhu.
And the sources say he chased him day and night.
This isn't just about winning one battle. It's about completely dismantling the enemy's morale, their command structure. A true lesson in strategic follow-through.
He wasn't just defeating the Jin. He was trying to obliterate their capacity to fight back.
And during this relentless chase, there's this fascinating, almost unbelievable little skirmish.
Oh, yeah?
He runs into Delay, a vanguard from a general, Fu Guang. Delay mistakenly attacks him, doesn't realize who he's facing.
Oh.
But the moment he recognizes Yu Fei, the sources say Delay just flees. So Wuzhu, his situation becomes truly desperate. He finally reaches the Jiangku, the river mouth, only to find no boats,
Yeah.
nothing to cross the Yangtze.
I know. Trap.
Total despair. The sources describe him crying out, "Jacinth, heaven is destroying me. I have never suffered such a defeat since entering the Central Plains."
That's not just personal sadness. It's a strategic admission of total failure for the Jin's grand ambitions.
That moment of Wuzhu weeping, it's a profound strategic victory for the Song. It shows the psychological impact of Yu Fei's campaign, the crushing defeat of that long-held Jin ambition.
But then a twist of luck. Or maybe ill fortune for others.
Right. His military advisor, Hamizi, spots Duchong and Caorong's fleeing Jin ships.
Ah, an escape route.
A narrow last-ditch escape for Wuzhu and his main officers. They scramble aboard, basically abandoning the vast majority of their remaining force.
Leaving them behind. That's brutal.
It is. And the fate of those left behind is a stark reminder of war's cost. Yu Fei's forces slaughter many, countless others drown trying to escape in the river. And the narrative says Wuzhu watched this catastrophe unfold, covering his face and weeping bitterly, a moment of profound loss and utter humiliation for him.
This whole sequence, from Nitushan's roar to Wuzu's tears at the riverbank, it's perfectly captured in that historical poem, isn't it?
It really is. Just in 1,000,000 Jin soldiers, brave warriors, surrounded Gaozong at Nitushan. They expected to firmly secure the land, who knew of loyal General Yu. Such a powerful summary of that empire-shifting moment.
That poem just nails the complete reversal of fortunes, highlighting Yu Fei's singular role.
Okay, so now let's shift focus a bit. Command, strategy, and a masterful trap.
Right. After the chase, Yu Fei sets up his command post at Hanyang-Jiangku, a key river crossing. He needs to consolidate, find boats to keep going.
But before he can resume the hunt, he faces a totally different kind of challenge. An internal issue. Justice and mercy.
This incident. It gives us a crucial insight into Yu Fei as a leader beyond just the battlefield.
Yeah, it involves two officers, and Luo Ruji. They embezzled military provisions and tried to extort boatmen.
Now, in any army, especially wartime, stealing vital supplies, that's incredibly serious. It hits morale, logistics, the army's ability to even function.
Definitely. So Yu Fei's initial judgment is strict. Execution. It shows he's not afraid to enforce discipline when the army's survival is on the line.
Tough, but maybe necessary. But then
his trusted generals, Zhang Xia and his own son Yu Yun, they intercede. They argue for leniency.
on what grounds?
They point out the soldiers' fear of the Jin forces had been a factor, and also that it had been a long time since they'd had proper supplies or pay. It wasn't just pleading, it was offering context.
So it's about understanding the realities on the ground. And Yu Fei listens.
He does. And this is key to effective leadership, right? Listening to trusted advisors. So Yu Fei commutes the death sentence.
Doesn't let them off completely, though.
No. He orders 40 heavy blows each and sends them back to the capital, Linen, for further judgment.
It's fascinating. It shows his commitment to discipline, but also his capacity for mercy, and crucially, his willingness to listen and adapt. It paints a more nuanced picture of him.
Exactly. Firm, but also just an understanding. A key aha moment about leadership complexities, knowing when to enforce the letter of the law and when to temper it.
So, with that settled, and Wuzhu having narrowly escaped by river, the pursuit needs to continue.
Right, and the narrative shifts here. The torch is about to be sort of symbolically passed to another legendary figure, Marshal Han Shizong.
Ah, okay. So Yu Fei gets news that Han Shizong has successfully blocked Wuzu's retreat further downriver at Langfushan.
And here's where Yu Fei shows incredible strategic thinking and, frankly, profound magnanimity. He makes a remarkable decision.
What's that?
He decides to let Han Shizong take the credit for capturing Wuzhu. He actually says, "Hayu, let this merit go to Marshal Han."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big. It's not just humility, is it?
No, it's strategic. He understands the bigger picture. The goal is defeating the Jin, not personal glory. So he dispatches his son Yu Yun with 3,000 men to guard Tianchang Pass
Securing the flank.
and returns his main army to Shanzhou, consolidating gains, letting another capable commander finish the job. It speaks volumes about collaborative leadership.
A powerful lesson in selflessness, prioritizing the nation. Okay, so this brings us back to Wuzhu. Now he's really in a desperate stand.
Truly desperate. He's managed to gather his remaining ships, maybe 500, 600, and his forces down to 40,000, 50,000 soldiers.
Think about that. From hundreds of thousands just days before, down to a fraction.
Yeah. The sources describe him lamenting his losses, including his 2 princes, expressing profound shame. He's broken strategically, numerically, emotionally.
And then, as if to make things worse,
He looks across the river and sees Han Shizong's formidable naval blockade on the northern bank of the Yangtze.
and the description is incredible, right? The blockade stretches about 5 kilometers or 3 miles long.
Described as, Erica, like a city wall, featuring these towering Haichu ships or sea dragon ships,
How tall are we talking?
roughly 60, 70 meters, over 200 feet high. Massive, intimidating warships, plus swiftly 6-oared boats, all flying the Teerstanner.
It's not just a blockade, it's an impenetrable floating fortress. Must have crushed any hope he had left.
You'd think so. His dilemma is stark. How do you get past that? Despite Hamizi advising caution, Wuzhu makes this desperate, maybe necessary decision
What's that?
to personally scout the enemy lines from Jinshan Temple at night. Hugely risky for a commander like him.
Shows his courage, though, even in defeat. But risky.
Extremely. And this desperate move, of course, sets the stage perfectly for a masterful trap.
Ah, the trap. Han Shizong saw this coming.
Brilliant foresight. He anticipated Wuzhu's move. He knew Wuzhu would likely come to scout the defenses himself. This isn't luck, it's tactical genius, understanding his enemy's desperation.
So what was the plan?
A layered, 3-pronged ambush. First, Vice General Su De, with 100 men hidden in Longwang Temple. Su De himself is up in the Jinshan Pagoda, scouting. If he spots them, he signals with a drum.
Okay, eyes in the sky, basically.
Exactly. Second prong, Han Shizong's second son, Han Yanzi, with another 100 elite soldiers hidden on the left flank of the temple, ready to charge at the drum signal.
Setting up a direct confrontation.
Right, catching them in the open. And the final critical piece. His first son, Han Shangde, with 300 soldiers and boats on the south bank, waiting for a cannon signal to cut off any retreat by water.
Wow. It's a perfectly orchestrated, multi-layered trap designed not just to repel, but to capture Wuzhu himself, like a perfect chess move.
And the trap springs. Wuzhu, Hamizi, and Huang Bingnu ride up Jinshan, followed by their soldiers led by Hehita.
Right into it.
Su De from the pagoda spots them, beats the drum. Immediately, Han Yanzi's forces charge out, confronting Wuzhu's group directly.
Must have been absolute chaos, realizing they'd walk right into it.
Total shock. But Wuzhu, even caught like this, still shows that warrior spirit. He quickly saves a general whose horse stumbles
Quick reaction.
and personally engages Yanzi with his golden sparrow axe.
So he fights back.
Oh, yeah. The Jin forces desperately try to flee back to their boats, aided by Hehita. Han Shangde's naval forces join the chase with the cannon signal.
Trying to cut them off.
But Wuzhu's group, showing remarkable resilience, narrowly escapes the immediate naval encirclement. It shows how thin the margins were.
Still a formidable opponent, even then.
Absolutely. But the personal duel between Yanji and Wuzhu continues fiercely. Eventually, Yanji forces Wuzhu to drop his axe and even manages to capture Wuzhu's.
A victory within the escape.
Exactly. And the original text leaves us on this incredible cliffhanger, implying Wuzhu's capture with that powerful rhetorical poem. Siya!
How hard is it to bind a hungry tiger in a trap? How can a fish at the bottom of a pot escape its fate?